On this week's episode, we got part 2 of my daughter's hunts. We got 2 hunts, November 4th and November 11th. Both hunts, we have deer within 20 yards, so hope you guys enjoy this week's episode.
Well guys, it's November 4th, 60 degrees, a little after 5 o'clock, and Daddy set up this blind so we can get a little closer shot so I can try to kill an 8-pointer for my best friend Cameron. Stay tuned to see if I can do it.
That's it. It's a good sign. Emily had no interest in shooting this little buck, so we sat there and we watched him walk around, feed around, and hoping that something better would roll in before it got dark, but nothing materialized, and we headed out. Hey, that evening while we was looking over the memory card, my brother Jeff called. Said he was heading down to the new farm and wanted to know if we wanted to go with him in the morning, and hey, why not? Alright, when we got there, we decided we was going in different directions to try to see where the morning movement was at. So Jeff went up on the ridge, watching oak flash. Nephew Jordan went out to the far river bottom, try to see what was coming in to either side of that field, and me and Emily, we went to the food plot. Alright guys, here we are, November 11th, a little after 6 o'clock. Down to the new farm for Emily's first hunt of the year down here. We got Jeff back on the hill. Jordan's supposed to be out on the far end of this river bottom, in case they've already moved through, heading to a different direction. I am freestyling it because this blind is a little bit too small, because I have to keep her sucked over this way so she can get a good shot. We'll try doing a little grunting and bleating today. I don't know about rattling. It's about 40 degrees right now. Big difference from yesterday morning. It was cold yesterday. So we're going to sit back here for a little bit, and after a while we're going to, hopefully she gets to kill a deer. But then we're going to go check cameras and all that stuff. I'm not really sure who was more disappointed that deer turned out to be a little button buck. But I was proud of Emily. She didn't have any intent on shooting that little button buck. She's looking for something a little bit bigger. Oh. We was both starting to get a little excited. It was only about 7 o'clock. But he's going to be one of our future, hopefully, bucks. Hopefully nobody shoots him during rifle season. We're looking for his dad or mom right now. I mean, the morning's still young, the rut is on. It's hard to tell what's going to come busting through this river bottom. Alright guys, after 9 o'clock, we haven't seen nothing, no movement, no sounds of running deer, no grunts. know anything. So we're going to check these cameras down in the lower bottom, and we're going to head back up on the point up here on the east-facing hillside to try to get a little bit of sunshine to hopefully them deer will come around there and get a whack on one of them. It's starting to get a little colder now with the sun coming up, so hopefully we can get over and get set up and kill some. So we got back to the house, I'm going to say around 11 o'clock, and we all looked over the memory cards, and lo and behold, maybe 80 yards more, me and Emily set up in the blind at 6:03 was one of our 2.5-year-old 8-pointers. That I'd been tickled to death to let Emily pull the trigger on. Somehow, that deer circled below us and headed out the river bottom to where my nephew Jordan was at, and he saw it coming around the fence line. And of course he couldn't get a shot. He was over chasing some does around. But after seeing that and seeing what else was on the cameras, we had to get back down there that evening, so we loaded up there around 2 o'clock and we headed back to the farm.
Well guys, it's November 11th, 4:30. The temperatures are in the 50s. We're hunting at the new farm. This morning we were hunting in the food plot, and then a little button buck walked by.
He actually fed by. We are sitting in this far end of the river bottom on the opposite side of the property, and we're going to wait and see what comes out of these fields over here behind us. I'll let you continue now. How do you want your evening to go?
I want to kill a buck.
Well, you've seen the memory cards, so there's plenty of them in there, isn't there? If I was her, I'd be wanting the big 9. That's just me, though.
Well guys, I don't think I'm going to kill a deer tonight. There's 3 deer out in the field, but they won't come to us.
Dan, I cannot believe these 2 hunts. She had 2 little bucks within 20 yards, and she had no interest in killing them. She wants an 8-pointer bigger. Bless her heart, she's going to try to get one. But that's just part of it. Part of the game. There's no guarantees in hunting that you're going to have a harvest, or a harvest of any size. I mean, it's up to the individual hunter to what they want, but she wants an 8-pointer, and by golly, she ain't going to sell for anything less. But it's starting to get very aggravating at this point, because with all the cameras running, we're getting good pictures, good videos, the eyesights that we're seeing, deer moving around different areas. We know they're there, but they're just not coming in at the right time, and there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, next week's episode is going to consist of clips of my hunts from the end of October up until rifle season, where on about every hunt I had deers coming in, but they just wasn't the right deer. So, hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and I hope you guys will come back next week to watch the next one. For now, the rain's getting ready to come down. I got to get to work on getting these natural streams cleared out and get ready for the water hole to fill back up.